World War II, the African theater, a time of death and deception, where two men hold nothing sacred to further their country's cause.
The line's been cut, sir.
I will be Hitler's ambassador to Egypt.
He frightens me.
David Soul and Cliff Robertson star as enemies determined to destroy each other in part 1 of The Key to Rebecca.
Tomorrow at 4 p.m., 3 Central, here on Lifetime. On the days and nights of Molly Dodd.
Can't you feel the crackle of excitement, the sexual tension?
Right, Dennis, I am in heaven. Now, will you tell me again how great it is to be the other woman?
Molly meets her ex-lover's wife.
Dennis has talked about you a lot. In his sleep, he babbles. You're quite a woman.
And prefers her dream man to a present situation.
God, if I could just kiss your knees right now, I'd be the happiest man alive.
Blair Brown stars in the days and nights of Molly Dodd. Tonight at 10 p.m., 9 Central, only on Lifetime.
Oh, I know.
Her hair, her clothes.
Yeah, and the way she juggles a job and her family.
And she always knows what's in and what's hot.
How does she do it?
She watches attitude.
Weekdays at 11 a.m., 10 Central, and 3 p.m., 2 Central, only on Lifetime.
You're watching Lifetime Television.
The resources of a famine relief group. Robert Urich stars in Spencer for Hire. Later tonight, put more fun in your Friday with a full hour of the days and nights of Molly Dodd, starting at 10 p.m., 9 Central, and another episode at 10:30 p.m. Coming up on the Friday evening movie at 8, a divorcee is postmarked for trouble when her son collects a top-secret stamp by mistake. Judith Light and Jimmy Smits get a mail order for murder in the thrilling adventure Dangerous Affection. Next, right here on Lifetime.
Minor idea, Esquire asked me to contribute to the show. But the TV show is called Esquire, about men for women. So I can't help but wonder, does Esquire think I'm a man? Do you? Find out on Lifetime, on Esquire, about men for women. Sort of.
Tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. only on Lifetime.
Esquire takes you into the minds of men.
Men are expected to perform.
When is a man in his prime?
I felt that I had found the ideal.
A boy and his dog. Talk about a fundamental male image.
Esquire, about men, for women. Tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. here on Lifetime.
In tonight's Lifetime evening movie, a murder case turns love story when a detective falls for the accused. Judith Light stars in Dangerous Affection.
This program is sponsored by Renews It Roommate, the long-lasting air freshener.
Lifetime gets you warmed up for summer with the hottest movies in June.
A familiar face could be your worst enemy. Acquaintance rape is reaching epidemic proportions on college campuses. I'm Kelly McGillis. Join me for Against Her Will.
Tomorrow at 1 p.m., 12 Central, only on Lifetime.
You're beginning to frighten me.
Jennifer O'Neill stars in Cover Up.
Tomorrow at 6 p.m., 5 Central on Lifetime.
Meet the men who live by their own rules.
The house husband.
Everything is sweetened by risk.
That was probably the closest I'd ever, seriously considered what death might be.
A man's got to do what a man's got to do.
On Esquire, about men for women. Tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. here on Lifetime.
You're watching Lifetime Television.
The drama of life comes to Lifetime with the premiere of Heartbeat.
We started out as a female group, women taking care of women head to toe.
What are my chances? I gave you my opinion, but you have to make the choice.
I get reminded every day how precious life is.
Doctors and nurses, men and women, caught between their patients' lives and their own.
I'm not willing to sacrifice my personal life.
Based on a real-life women's clinic, Heartbeat. Tonight at 7 p.m., 6 Central, and midnight, 11 Central.
Oh, do we have a treat for you?
Meet the men who steam up your sets and spice up your afternoons. Attitudes has daytime's hottest soap studs.
All next week at 3 p.m. 2 Central, only on Lifetime.
Announcing the greatest thing ever to happen to television since cable. Cagney and Lacey are moving to a new time.
So I have something to look forward to.
Cagney and Lacey, weekdays at 2 and 6 p.m. Eastern on Lifetime.
Get the feeling we're losing our sense of proportion around here.
You're watching Lifetime Television.
Heartbeat is brought to you by new Vaseline Intensive Care Hand and Nail Formula Lotion.
Somebody say Dr. Roo. Dr. Roo. It's good to go. It's good to go. And rap is good. And rap is good. On the Dr. Roo Show. On the Dr. Roo Show. What's up, Dr. Roo? What's up, Dr. Roo?
Tomorrow at 12 noon, 11 Central, only on Lifetime. This Saturday, you could go out and risk having a horrible time. Or you could let a professional take the risk for you. It's a jungle out there, and nobody knows it better than Molly Dodd. Join her Saturdays for all new episodes of romance, magic, and her quest for a mother-free weekend. The Days and Nights of Molly Dodd, Saturday afternoons at 2 p.m., 1 Central, and again Saturday nights at 10 p.m., 9 Central, only on Lifetime.
You're watching Lifetime Television. For a boy like David,
What did you do this time?
where there's pain, there's pressure.
Now, what's going to have to be done for you to shape up, young man?
Where there's fear, there's anger.
You're a loser, man.
And where there's smoke,
Can't you just stop hurting us?
there's fire.
I think you need help. I think this whole family needs help.
Gary Coleman, playing with fire.
Tomorrow at 4 p.m., 3 Central, here on Lifetime.
Attitudes is sizzling with daytime's hottest soap studs. As the World Turns, Michael Swan. One Life to Live's James DePaiva. Another World's David Forsythe. And Guiding Lights' Frank DeCoppolis. So feast your eyes on these drop-dead good-looking guys on an all-new Attitude. All this week at 11 a.m., 10 Central.
How do parents cope with the arrival of a new baby? For the first time on television, we'll follow 12 families as they raise their children from birth through the first 3 years. We'll shed light on all the stages of infant development and how parents learn to cope. Join us for this special new season of What Every Baby Knows, the First 3 Years.
Premieres Saturday, August 5th at 10:30 a.m., only on Lifetime.
Can you answer yes to this crucial question?
Have you seen my thighs lately?
If not, perhaps you don't know that Molly Dodd is on Friday nights for a full hour.
When?
Friday nights at 10 p.m., 9 Central, and another episode at 10:30. Every Friday night, a whole hour of Molly.
And those thighs, what do they represent?
The size, the guys, the thighs. The Days and Nights of Molly Dodd. Friday night starting at 10 p.m., 9 Central for a full hour. The Days and Nights of Molly Dodd, only on Lifetime.
You're watching Lifetime Television.
Husband and wife team Ron Liebman and Jessica Walter.
On the next Attitude.
Tomorrow at 3 p.m. 2 Central, only on Lifetime. Molly Dodd, sponsored by Final Net Hairspray. A little Final Net goes a long, long way.
Lifetime reveals the strange and wondrous ways of American men.
It's mind-blowing.
Their emotion.
Wow, I'm going to be a father.
Their deep secrets.
I'm going to tell you the truth about why men are such slobs.
Viewer discretion is advised.
It's a new series on Lifetime.
That's a great present for your child.
Esquire, about men for women.
Tonight at 10:30 p.m., 9:30 Central, only on Lifetime. His name is Spencer.
Spencer with an S instead of a C, you know, like the poet.
His occupation?
I'm a private cop for hire.
And now he's on Lifetime.
Another day at the office.
He loves his work.
Had some lessons.
He loves his workout, and he loves his woman. Robert Urich, Barbara Stock, and Avery Brooks star in Spencer for Hire. Tonight at 11 p.m., 10 Central on Lifetime.
Looking for your kind of movie? We've got it all in August on Lifetime. You'll fall for our love stories.
Can I help it if I'm irresistible?
Crack up over our comedies. Uncover our mysteries. Feel the strength of our dramas.
They took the boys away.
Get into the action. See true science fiction. Enter an adventure. And scream over murder and madness suite. Search no further. You'll find it all in August movies on Lifetime.
Tonight at 11:10 Central, a little black book becomes the object of blackmail when a public figure's private life leads to murder. Robert Urich stars in Spencer for Hire. Then at midnight, 11 Central, don't miss Margaret Collin in Legwork. Coming up, join host Matt Lauer for an inside, in-depth look at the men in your life on Esquire, about men for women. Next.
Maybe we get started.
You know, you need a hobby besides your hair.
Marcia! Doesn't anything ever change?
Tomorrow I'll make a bundt cake.
I'm scared.
Are we having fun yet?
How dare you make a move on my husband?
Like your style.
Does this mean I'm a bunny?
That'll dampen your Fruit Loops every time.
Thank you for a wonderful evening.
Maybe I don't want to go.
Dad, how many times do you think you've shaved in the past 50 years?
This is nuts.
September Movies, the best movies on Lifetime.